Hello students, I am Majesh Bhuria and today we are going to discuss about a most important thing of language, and that is grammar. Students, do you like to play games? Yes, I know we all love to play games like cricket, football, volleyball, kabaddi or so and so. And you know, each and every game is having particular rules, and then only we will play it in a systematic manner, and that is why we love to play all the games. So same thing is with the language also. Grammar is the set of rules for the language. So today we are going to discuss about the most important part of the grammar, that is sentence. Now question arises, what is a sentence? You might have taught in the previous classes also, but still I would like to confirm you, I would like to remind you once again about the sentence. And let us see what is a sentence. Sentence is a group of words which makes complete sense. Look at the definition of the sentence. Once again, sentence is a group of words, mind it, which makes a complete sense, not only sense, but it should be complete sense. Now, before we go further, let us try to know something more about the sentence. Things to remember about sentence. This is the most important thing, that before we make any sentence, you should have the basic knowledge of the sentence. What are the contents? What are the things which you have to remember to make a sentence? Let us see. Words in a sentence should be placed in their proper order so that it makes complete sense. Look at here. They are trying to tell us the important thing, that is the proper order. Words in a sentence should be placed in a proper order. The word order should be in a proper manner so that it could make a complete sense. Next one. A sentence will always begin with a capital letter. Second thing. First should be in a proper order. Second, a sentence will always begin with a capital letter or proper noun. Mind it, whenever you make a sentence, the sentence should begin with a capital letter. Next one, a sentence will end usually with a full stop. Another thing is, a sentence will end usually with a full stop. You can see the sign even. The sign is given there, full stop or question mark or exclamation sign. Mind it, the sentence always begins with the capital letter and ends usually with a full stop. Full stop can be, then question mark can be, or exclamation mark, according to the situation. Whenever you ask question, definitely like what is your name, definitely at the end of the sentence you will put question mark. Next one is, a sentence has two parts. They are subject and object. These are the important things which you have to remember while making a sentence. First, sentence always begins with the capital letter, ends with the full stop or question mark or exclamation mark. Another thing is that It has two parts, that is subject and object. Now let us see the examples. As I said, sentence is a group of words which makes a complete sense. Let us see. Rohan and Raj go for music class. Rohan and Raj go for music class. Another one is Reena likes to play badminton. They are giving us complete sense. There is no doubt that what Rohan and Raj are doing. There is no doubt what does Reena do. That is why it is highlighted. If we talk about these two sentences, in the rules we have seen, so sentence always begins with the capital letter. You can see here Rohan and Raj. Rohan, R is capital letter, and it ends with the full stop. You can see here with the full stop it ends. Suppose these two sentences, Rohan and Raj go for the music and Reena likes to play badminton. If we talk about the negative sentence, suppose these two sentences are, if we want to make it negative, what we have to write, or how you have to use do or does. Look at here. Rohan and Raj do not go for music class. If we want to make it negative sentence, so far the subject is plural, that is why we are using here do, and if the subject is singular we have to use does, and if we make it negative after do or does we'll use not. Look at here, Rohan and Raj do not go for music class, and Reena does not like to play badminton. Now another thing, these same sentences, if we want to make interrogative, there again we have to use do or does. As I told you, when do we use do? If the subject is plural, then we use do, and if the subject is singular, we will use does. See the examples. Do Rohan and Raj go for music class and question mark. As in the beginning I said, a sentence always begins with the capital letter, ends with the full stop, question mark or exclamation sign. That is why you can see here, do Rohan and Raj go for music class, and at the end of the sentence question mark is there. Next one, does Reena like to play badminton? Again question mark. So that is why these two sentences are interrogative and these two sentences are negative sentences. Before that, now look at this. Whatever rules and regulations are shown here, we followed to make sentence. Next, let us see some more examples. In the morning, just to look at these sentences, these words. In the morning, at the station, in the east, at the corner. As I told you, sentence always begins with the capital letter and ends with the full stop. Now you look at here. Are these words, can we say these are sentences? Are this group of words meaningful? The question arises here, are this group of words meaningful? Yes, your answer could be positive. These are meaningful. Yes. Another question. Do they make complete sense? Now you try to remember the definition of a sentence. A group of words which makes complete sense. The word is used complete, that should be fulfilled here. Do you think these words are giving a complete sense? Your answer would be no. Why no? Look at this example. In the morning, there is no clarity, there is no surety what is happening in the morning. So the meaning is, of course these words are meaningful, but they are not giving a complete sense or complete meaning. Look at the second one. At the station, what is happening at the station? What the subject is doing, we are not knowing here. That is why it is not giving a complete sense. Another one is, in the east, there is no surety what is happening there in the east. That is why this is also not giving complete sense. Another one, at the corner, what? We do not know what is happening at the corner or what are the things there at the corner. That is why these are giving certain type of meaning, but not complete meaning or complete sense. This sentence are not giving. That is why, do they make complete sense? And our answer is no. Why no? Because there is no subject and we are also not clear about the sentence, not clear about the situation, what the sentence is trying to tell us. That is why these words are not giving a complete sense, though they are meaningful. Now question arises, then what are these group of words? What do we call it? The words, the group of words which are meaningful but not giving complete sense, they are known as phrase. Okay? The sentence which gives complete sense, they are sentence, but this, of course this group of words, they are giving meaning but not complete sense. That is why they are known as phrase. Now let us say some more example to clear it. Now, she goes for a walk in the morning, as in the previous slide we have seen. In the morning, look at the group of words. In the morning, we are not clear what is happening there in the morning. But now if you see this sentence, she goes for a walk in the morning, that means what is happening in the morning, it is clear to us. That is why this is a sentence. And in the previous slide which I have shown you, in the morning, this is not a sentence, though it has meaning, but it is not a sentence. Second one, Rahul met me at the station. In the previous slide we have talked about the at the station. It is, of course, group of words. Of course it is giving a meaning but not complete sense. Now you look at here, Rahul met me at the station. What happened at the station? It is clear to us. Rahul met me. Where does Rahul, or where did Rahul meet me? Then the answer is at the station. Rahul met me at the station. This sentence is giving us full meaning or complete meaning. There is no doubt. Next one. The sun rises in the east. If we talk about in the east, in the phrase we discussed about this one, in the east, but it is not clear what is happening in the east. But now look at this. Thus, when subject is here, the sun rises in the east. This sentence is giving a complete sense. Next one is, a beggar is standing at the door. A beggar is standing at the door. I have told you about the sentence that there are two parts. There should be a subject and object. And in the previous, you can see here, in the morning there is no subject. Okay. And if we see here, a beggar is standing at the door. Who is standing at the door? A beggar is standing at the door. That means a beggar is subject here, and after the helping verb it comes under the object or predicate. Now I hope you understood the meaning or difference between a phrase and a sentence. Again, a sentence gives a complete sense, but a phrase does not give complete sense, though it is meaningful. Now this group of words make complete sense, and therefore they can be termed as sentence. Did you notice this thing? This group of words, they are having a subject, they are having object. Another thing, a subject or a sentence starts or begins with the capital letter and ends with the full stop or question mark or exclamation mark. And the sun rises in the east, again the same, it gives a meaningful thing. Now here are some exercise. This exercise is to practice you so that you could be clear about the sentence. First one, during the daytime. Again it is a phrase, it is not a sentence. You have to find out a subject or a suitable subject for this phrase. For the welfare of the poor. Another one, in the early morning, at night, into the river. As I discussed, as I told you about these words, in the morning, though it is meaningful but not giving a complete meaning. A same thing we discussed here, she goes for a walk in the morning. Now this phrase is giving a complete sense. So same way you have to add certain type of subject which you make a meaningful sentence. During the daytime, what is happening during the daytime? You have to find out. For the welfare of the poor, what is happening for the welfare of the poor? You have to find out whether it is subject. You have to find out. The object is given here. In the early morning, what is happening in the early morning? That is, you have to find out. At night, this is again a phrase. You have to find out, you have to add, you have to find out subject and object. Add subject and object. Into the river, what is happening there? Into the river, somebody is jumping, or somebody or any animal. What is happening into the river? You have to find out. Yes, I hope the topic is clear to you, and try to do it your own. Thank you. Take care.